Welcome to SS2 Computer Science, Term 3, Week 16. Cloud computing has transformed how individuals, businesses, and governments use technology. Instead of buying and maintaining expensive hardware and software, organizations now rent computing resources over the internet, on demand, paying only for what they use. By the end of this lesson, you will define cloud computing and explain its key characteristics, distinguish between the three service models, IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, compare deployment models, public, private, hybrid, community cloud, evaluate the advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing, and answer WAEC questions on cloud computing. Let us begin. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence, over the internet, the cloud, on a pay-as-you-go basis. The cloud refers to the internet. Rather than owning physical hardware and software, users access these as services from large data centers operated by cloud providers. Key characteristics of cloud computing: NIST definition: on-demand self-service. Users can provision resources, start a server, get storage, automatically, without human interaction with the provider. Broad network access. Services are available over the internet from any device, laptop, phone, tablet. Resource pooling. The provider's resources, compute, memory, storage, are pooled to serve multiple customers, a multi-tenant model. Rapid elasticity. Resources can be quickly scaled up or down based on demand. A business can handle a traffic spike automatically. Measured service. Resource usage is monitored, controlled, and reported, billed based on consumption, like electricity. History and context. Cloud computing became practical in the mid-2000s with Amazon Web Services, AWS, launching in 2006. Google Cloud and Microsoft Azure followed. Today, cloud computing underpins virtually all major internet services. In Nigeria, banks, GT Bank, Access Bank, use cloud services, telecoms, government services, e-citizen platforms, startups, Paystack, Flutterwave built on cloud infrastructure. The three service models describe what is managed by the provider versus the customer. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. The provider supplies virtualized hardware, servers, storage, networking, virtualization. The customer manages operating system, middleware, applications, data. Analogy: renting a plot of land and building your own house on it. Examples: Amazon EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, rent virtual servers. Amazon S3, rent storage. Google Compute Engine, Microsoft Azure Virtual Machines, DigitalOcean, Linode. Who uses IaaS? IT departments that need raw compute power, system administrators who want full control over the software stack, companies migrating existing applications to the cloud. PaaS, platform as a service. The provider manages hardware, OS, middleware, runtime. The customer manages applications and data only. Analogy: renting a furnished apartment, you bring your own furniture, applications, but the building, plumbing, electricity are managed. Examples: Google App Engine, Heroku, Microsoft Azure App Service, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Firebase, Google, for mobile apps. Who uses PaaS? Developers who want to deploy applications without managing servers, startups that want to focus on code, not infrastructure, great for web and mobile app development. SaaS, software as a service. The provider manages everything, hardware, OS, software. The customer just uses the software via a web browser or app. Analogy: eating at a restaurant, you just eat the food, the restaurant handles everything. Examples: Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, email and document services, Microsoft 365, Word, Excel, Outlook Online, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, video conferencing, Salesforce, CRM, QuickBooks Online, accounting, Netflix, streaming. Though Netflix manages its own content platform, Paystack, Flutterwave, payment processing. SaaS. Who uses SaaS? End users and businesses that want software without installation, maintenance, or updates. Cloud deployment models: public cloud, cloud infrastructure owned and operated by a third-party cloud provider, available to any organization or individual over the Internet. Examples: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Most cost-effective, shared resources, less control over data location. Private cloud, cloud infrastructure dedicated to a single organization, operated by the organization itself or a managed service provider, hosted on premises or at a data center, greater control and security, more expensive than public cloud. Example: a Nigerian bank maintaining its own private cloud data center in Lagos. Hybrid cloud, a combination of public and private cloud. Sensitive data or critical workloads stay in the private cloud, less sensitive workloads use the public cloud, enables cloud bursting, use public cloud to handle demand spikes. Community cloud, shared by several organizations with common concerns, same industry, same regulatory requirements. Example: multiple Nigerian hospitals sharing a healthcare cloud with appropriate data privacy controls. Virtualization, the technology that makes cloud computing possible. Virtualization allows one physical server to run multiple virtual machines, or VMs. Each VM behaves like a separate physical computer. Hypervisor software, VMware, Hyper-V, KVM, manages the VMs. Containers, a lighter alternative to VMs. Docker is the most popular container platform. Containers package application code plus dependencies, faster to start, more efficient resource use. Kubernetes orchestrates many containers. Serverless computing, function as a service, force developers write functions, code, without managing any servers. The cloud provider runs the function on demand and scales automatically. AWS Lambda, Google Cloud Functions. Example: a function that resizes an image whenever a new photo is uploaded to S3, runs automatically, no server to manage. Advantages of cloud computing: cost reduction, no upfront capital expenditure, CapEx, on hardware, pay only for what you use. OpEx model, lower IT staff cost, no server maintenance. Scalability and flexibility, instantly scale up for peak demand, scale down during quiet periods, globally distributed infrastructure. Reliability and disaster recovery, major providers, AWS, Azure, Google, have multiple data centers. Redundant systems ensure high uptime, 99.99% SLAs, built-in backup and disaster recovery. Automatic updates, software updates, security patches managed by provider. Collaboration, teams around the world can collaborate on the same documents, Google Docs, Microsoft 365, in real time. Access from anywhere, data and applications accessible from any device with internet. Innovation, rapid deployment of new services, experiment without huge investment. Disadvantages and risks, internet dependency, cloud services require internet access, unreliable connectivity in rural Nigeria is a significant limitation. Security and privacy, data is stored on third-party servers, concerns about data breaches, unauthorized access, data sovereignty, where your data is physically stored. Vendor lock-in, switching from one cloud provider to another is difficult and expensive. Downtime, even major providers experience outages. AWS outages in 2021 took down many websites globally. Hidden costs, cloud costs can escalate quickly if not managed carefully. Data egress, downloading from cloud, can be expensive. Compliance and data sovereignty, Nigerian financial regulations, CBN, require financial institutions to store data within Nigeria. This creates challenges for public cloud adoption. Nigerian cloud context, data center development. Nigeria is seeing growth in local data centers, main one acquired by Equinix, Rack Center, Open Access Technology International, enables local cloud services. CBN cloud policy. The Central Bank of Nigeria has issued guidelines on cloud computing for banks, requiring data residency for certain data types within Nigeria. Key points: cloud computing, delivery of computing services over the internet on a pay-as-you-go basis. 5 NIS characteristics: on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity, measured service. Service models, IaaS, rent infrastructure, servers, storage, networking, full control of OS and above, AWS EC2, Google Compute Engine. PaaS, rent platform, infrastructure plus OS plus runtime, manage applications and data, Heroku, Google App Engine. SaaS, rent software, just use the application via browser, Gmail, Microsoft 365, Zoom, Paystack. Pizza as a service analogy, IaaS equals buy ingredients, cook yourself, PaaS equals frozen pizza, just bake it, SaaS equals order delivery, eat it. Deployment models, public, shared, internet accessible, private, dedicated, secure, hybrid, combination, community, shared among similar organizations. Virtualization, one physical server, multiple virtual machines, VMs. Containers, Docker, lighter than VMs, Kubernetes orchestrates. Serverless, run code without managing servers, AWS Lambda. Advantages, cost reduction, scalability, reliability, collaboration, access anywhere. Disadvantages, internet dependency, security, vendor lock-in, downtime, compliance. WAEC questions, define cloud computing, define and distinguish IaaS/PaaS/SaaS, give examples of each, compare public/private/hybrid cloud, state advantages and disadvantages, explain virtualization and containers.